All right, next we have nucleic acids. And if you just look at the picture, you can already tell that this is going to include the section where we talk about DNA. So the monomer, or the single unit building block of a nucleic acid, is called a nucleotide, right here in capitals. Nucleotides are the monomers of nucleic acids, and nucleotides each have 3 separate pieces. So they have a phosphate group, they have a sugar, and they have a base, and the sugar is all. Sorry, that's really loud, and I apologize for that. The phosphate group is containing a phosphate, or a P. The sugar is always going to be this pentagon shape, and the base is the one that's going to be containing a nitrogen, so nitrogenous bases. And there's 5 types of letters. There's 4 for DNA and 4 for RNA, but we're not going to go into that kind of detail. But you have to know that there is a nitrogenous base. So, like I just said, each one has a phosphate group, a sugar, and a nitrogenous base, meaning that it contains nitrogen. So quick check, what is the monomer of a nucleic acid called? It is called a nucleotide. The functions of nucleic acids are that they contain genetic material. And this genetic material is important because they are the blueprint or instructions for building the proteins that you need to have a physical structure or a physical body. Okay, no DNA means no proteins, means no existence of a physical body, right? You can have all the DNA you want, but you won't have proteins. But if you don't have the DNA, you can't even make the protein, okay? So DNA is super important because it contains the instructions for life. The examples that we have are DNA, which is what eukaryotes generally always have in their nucleus to store their information for their genes. And it's double-stranded in a double helix, kind of like 2 opposite facing and swirling always. And then there's bars in between connecting them, kind of making it look like a ladder. But those are actually the nitrogenous bases that are paired together, connecting from opposite sides because they're matching. RNA is a single strand. So it's basically half of a DNA, and it's still swirling around in kind of like a staircase shape, and it has one single set of bases, so there's nothing connecting a base to another base. So there's no ladder shape just because there isn't a matching base to each side because RNA is single-stranded. And just for kind of cool information, DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. So the only difference between these two and their stranding is that the sugar in the nucleotides, one is ribose and one is deoxyribose.